The field of parapsychology in America is only a little over 100 years old. But the Native Americans have been aware of the spirit world for thousands of years. The Navajos believed there were many spirit forces at work in this world. One was the Shinde, spirits of departed persons, which take on various forms on Earth, often human. Even today, the Navajo spirits are very real to anyone from any culture who encounters Arizona's ghostly maiden, Red Feather. The Grand Canyon in the northwest, the Salt River Canyon in the south. Arizona is a land of canyons. One sandstone-walled canyon was found by the Navajo and called the Spirit Canyon. Its walls were adorned with magic drawings by ancient peoples. Today, this sacred canyon is known to only a few, and they know it as the home of the ghost, Red Feather. As told by the Navajo, her story begins about 150 years ago, when John Martin, a white trader from Prescott, accepted a young Navajo girl as payment for gunpowder and whiskey. John Martin built her a house which still stands today, although in ruins. It was quite a unique dwelling, incorporating both white man style and the Navajo eight-sided Hogan shape. In 1870, John Smith's bride bore him a healthy baby daughter, Anna. The mother died in childbirth. Anna grew to be a young beauty, with her mother's dark hair highlighted by her father's red. But she preferred to wear Navajo clothes and be called Red Feather. She was not accepted in the white man's world, and she hated her abusive father. So she ran away from home and made her way to her mother's Navajo village. Little did she know, she would also be an outcast in the Indian world. From the day she arrived, forced to work and eat alone, the only place she felt at peace was in the Spirit Canyon. She studied her ancestors' drawings on the wall. One in particular she read as depicting a young man who endeavored to join the spirit world by leaping into the sacred canyon and taking his life. Unfortunately, this became the inspiration for Red Feather to leave the world she was born into but never fit into. And in 1887, she too ended her life in the canyon. Not long afterwards, local Navajos began seeing a strange vision of a young maiden in and around the canyon. The apparition looked very much like Red Feather. It was understood that she had indeed become one of the Chindi. Of course, the story of Red Feather could easily be discounted as nothing more than pure Indian legend, if it were not for the many corroborating dates and facts, and the modern-day sightings.
When I was a little girl, I used to go out to Spirit Canyon, which is a sacred place for the Indian people. One morning, I went out there just after sunrise. I saw a woman standing on the edge. She was wearing the traditional clothes. She looked like you could see right through her. I couldn't see her face because it looked like it was all black. Then she was gone, just like that, and I couldn't believe it. I was really scared. And after that, I never went out there again.
We like to hike a lot, my husband and I. We take a tent and a little food and camp out for a couple days. We were out in the painted desert. We found this great canyon with petroglyphs on the walls. We decided to camp right there. We had a pretty good fire going. I felt kind of funny all of a sudden. I looked up and there was this thing, this woman or girl. She was kind of glowing. Her face I couldn't see. It was glowing all white. I've never seen anything like it. Then she just faded away, vanished. It scared the daylights out of us.
We were on vacation with the grandchildren. We like to take the back roads a lot. We really feel that you see much more that way, especially with the kids. We'd been to the National Monument north of Window Rock, and we were on 191 headed back down to the Petrified Forest. I saw a very strange girl walking on the side of the road, dressed in Indian clothes. I'm not sure what it was, but something made me stop. And I looked at her. And she just vanished. I'm not the kind of person that believes in this weird stuff. I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. She just disappeared.
Well, on your next trip to Arizona, if you see a pretty young Navajo girl along the way, looking a bit out of place, I would suggest that you don't stop and chat.